Hello, and welcome to episode 66 of the Cooler Guild. I am Coop Cooper, and joined with me, as always, is my co-host, Van Crisp.
Hello.
We're recording on Monday, May 25th, 2026. On today's episode, we got, I don't know if anyone remembers what these are, we got a dub pod. Yeah. So we're going to go over the Reigns result versus Boston. Van's going to do a quick little recap of what happened in the NWSL for other results, and I don't know, whatever else we feel like talking about. But before we get into all that, we have some housekeeping.
The Cooler Guild is part of the Sounder at Heart podcast network. You can either listen to us on our public feed, or if you're a Sounder at Heart subscriber, which you should be, on the private unified feed with the other podcasts on the network. If you'd like to become a subscriber, just visit our page at sounderatheart.com/the Cooler Guild. New subscribers get 10% off the normal rate, and you'll help support everything we're doing.
Well, Van already cracked hers, so I'm going to crack mine. She got a little too excited.
I did before we hit the record.
Yeah, we got victory beers. I just ran downstairs and got one. This is actually one they're starting to sell at Lumen. I saw someone post about it. It's the Kavatica Fort George one. Kavatica Stout. Because apparently we only have stouts in our fridge. Anyways, cheers to the rain.
Cheers.
Finally getting a dub.
Nice.
What else you got going on? Anything interesting? Fun? Cool? Stupid? Weird?
Well, I went to my uncle's 80th birthday party.
You have an 80-year-old uncle?
And an 84-year-old uncle. My mom's got two half brothers that are way older than her.
Got it.
So that was that. My cousin Chad was wearing a shirt. This will give you a little insight into the side of the family. His shirt says, "I gave my finger for America." Actually, he gave one finger and one thumb.
What?
To a firework a couple years ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Lovely.
Other than that, I did order sunglasses.
Did you get more pit vipers?
No, they don't make those with a prescription.
Oh yeah, prescription sunglasses. Nice. Mm-hmm.
Yep, Costco baby. And they got a new like photochromatic driving one.
Oh, sweet.
So it like lightens up and darkens.
In the car.
So yeah.
Mine do not do that.
Yeah, that's what they were saying about the transitions.
I do love them, but it is kind of like a bummer that they don't do that in the car.
Yeah. I also put my tent up because I'm going to go backpacking next weekend.
Oh, cool.
I was going to take it down earlier today before it started absolutely pouring rain.
I know, it was dumping today.
I did it, and so now it's just getting rained on.
Well, maybe go sleep out there in the rain.
What about you?
Well, I texted you about, I went to, I volunteer at the local radio station, KMUN, and they had like little social. So I went to the social, and it was like the programmers, the volunteers, and like anyone that works in the station kind of showed up. But I have like the older women that I like tend to volunteer with. It's like everyone in this crowd is exactly what you would have thought they would be. It's just like mostly old people and then just a handful of young people. And they're all like really cool, like funny old people. But Alex got to meet some of the older people that I like volunteer with, and Caroline, the one I sent you the picture of. Yeah. She's really funny, but she was like introducing me to people. She's like, "Yes, this is Coop. She has she's a premier soccer podcaster." She's the one who like has listened to our show before. Yeah. But she like just kept I was like, it's not a big thing. And she's just like, no, this is like a premier soccer like podcast. I was like, sure, Caroline, if whatever you want to say, sure. But she did send me like a photo. That's why she texted me, is because she had this photo of me that she took when we were volunteering together, and she wanted to share it with me. I don't think I've showed it to you, because I showed you the picture that she sent me of her selfie, but they didn't put this picture of me. I modeled for some merch, and they did not put this one up on the website because they told me I looked, and I didn't say this, these are not lesbians that use this word, but they said I looked too studly for the website.
I can't really see it, but I can see what they mean.
Yeah, I had my dad jorts on, and anyways, yeah. So that's what I was up to last week. Not a whole lot else. The game was on Friday.
Yep.
So yeah, let's get into the game. Reign took on Boston Legacy for the first time in Rhode Island, of all places. Yep. Apparently, it was the first professional women's soccer game in Rhode Island. Not really a shocking thing. It's kind of a really small state, the smallest state, in fact. But the Reign ended the game with a 2-1 victory. Unfortunately, were unable to keep the clean sheet. Last minute goal. Same kind of tendencies we've been seeing in the last while, it feels like. Just silly goals giving up. But hey, they got 3 points on the road.
Yeah, and goals from Huerta and Darlene.
It's great.
Love it. Love to see this. And Darlene's goal, it's her 5th all-time NWSL goal, and all 5 of them have been game winners.
Love that. I would love her to experience like goal scoring though, just like,
as a thing.
Just like a bonus goal.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of cool to say you're clutch.
It is.
Yeah.
Laura Harvey has at least one regular season win over 17 of 19 NWSL clubs. She just needs to beat Bay FC and Denver.
How have we not beaten Bay?
I don't know.
It's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. And it was Huerta's 200th regular season start.
Dang.
I think that might be what you were thinking of last week.
I think they said something about her appearances with the rain, though. I don't know. I feel like I don't know what I saw. They're always finding stats. That's what we know. But 200 starts that's a lot.
And she's now scored at least a goal in every NWSL season since her rookie year in 2015.
Dang.
She's the only player in history to do that.
I like how on the presser she was talking about like her forward days and how it was much easier back then.
Yeah.
But she takes those penalties real good.
Yeah.
She'll keep doing it.
We hope so.
Yeah. What did you make of the game?
It was nice to see things finally kind of go our way.
Yeah.
It felt like whatever bad energy had taken over the team was not present in this match.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the witch?
I was like going to say, is it the witch?
It might be the $4.99 Etsy witch that I purchased.
Which is a bargain.
Yeah. Solid purchase.
I'll pay for wins.
And yeah, I mean, the package that the witch sent got lost in UPS, but...
Did it?
It seems to also have not gotten lost. It did. It got delivered somewhere in Tumwater.
What?
I don't know. I thought it was a curse on a curse.
Wait, so something got mailed to you still?
Yeah.
Like proof of whatever? Yeah. I mean, she had already done... Whoever the switch was already did the curse lifting or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was just proof of purchase got
hex
lost.
Removal.
Yeah. That's really funny.
I had the game on mute, and then I just got a flurry of messages about them talking about it on the broadcast.
Indeed. Not just them. Mike Watts. Van's BFF Mike Watts.
Shout out Mike Watts. If we're going to win every game that Mike Watts announces, I'm fine with it.
Well, this is our only prime game for the whole season. I think they said. We don't have any more.
Number 1, thank God. Number 2, but if that's what it takes, I'll make a deal with the devil on that one.
Sure.
And in that same vein, I feel like there's been penalty calls. I know there's been penalty calls that have been missed.
Yes.
Ones that I would argue are egregious.
Sure.
This one was not missed.
It did take forever for some stupid reason.
God, I know.
Because I was so nervous. I was like, oh God, we have a penalty. And this is our moment now to get out of this fucking drought. So I got up off my couch and I am just pacing, waiting. And it was almost like the penalty that the Sounders had for their MLS Cup against Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was at the point because of how long the VAR decision was taking that I couldn't almost look. Like, I can't stand that. But I was pacing around and I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what is truly taking so long?
In the first replay, you could obviously see that it hits her arm.
And they're trying to have like a debate if it was her shoulder, I guess. I don't know. But like, if you're taking, again, they need to, I brought it up before. If they're taking so much time and they can't figure out if it's clear or obvious, stick with the call that you made.
Yeah. It's not clear and obvious if you can't obviously overturn it.
Which it was. Yeah, exactly. It was very silly. But they kept passing the ball back. James Turner, Huerta handing the ball off while this, I don't know, halftime show of the VAR booth trying to have some attention. I'm not really sure. But Huerta ends up grabbing the ball and takes and slots it. Really nicely taken too, I would say.
Power-wise, yeah.
Yeah.
Placement, if the goalkeeper had gone the right way, it'd have been iffy.
Sure.
But I think she did a really good job of throwing her off.
Yeah.
I was skeptical about the refereeing because, like, early on in the match, Boston has a corner kick and they've got the ball like on the end line, like a foot away from the actual like corner circle. And I'm like, can you not see the ball's not where it needs to be for a corner? Like, this is obvious.
Yeah.
But turned out okay.
Yeah.
Another thing, so it was Bug's start, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got some Jordan Bug back, which I feel just took a lot of pressure off of Phoebe McLaren.
Yeah, it felt like everyone was breathing a little bit easier back there.
Yeah. It didn't seem as chaotic.
No.
And
the calmness of Jordan Bug is very, very apparent when she's on there.
it must be contagious.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Sam Meza didn't get the start.
She didn't play at all.
Yeah.
Which is kind of too bad because that was the only player we shouted out on the Boston podcast. I had listed other players, but I was just like, I mean, Sam Meza is the star, so this is the only person I'm going to mention.
Yeah, so she's not on the injury report, so it must not be that. So hopefully she's just getting some much needed rest for having to do two people's jobs every game.
Definitely.
I think this was a good time to rest her.
Yeah, because you've got the Spirit coming up. They're sticking on the East Coast, it sounds like, for this next game as well.
Oh my God, Laura Harvey knows how to coach? Taking care of players? What's that?
Oh my God.
But yeah, so that was always going to be a thing. But James Turner, man.
She balled out.
She had a great game.
She was all over the place.
Should we switch our cooler player in the match?
I was going to suggest her.
I think we do that.
You think?
I think we do that.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. But, oh wait, maybe we won't do that. You have to stay tuned and find out. Secret. Yeah, James Turner was a standout for me. I was noticing her kind of intercepting. I went and looked up some of her stats just because I knew there would be evidence of how good she was.
Yeah.
She had 11 recoveries.
Yep.
That's wild. And she was 34 for 38 on passes. I thought maybe she had a few more touches, but she did what she needed to do when the ball was coming her way. She was phenomenal. She also was getting up a little bit further and kind of get into the attack.
Yeah.
And was effective too.
Yeah.
I loved it.
And of course, Maddie Darlene, right? That ball from Curry.
Yeah.
Was so good. And then Darlene's ability to stay on side and make that run was fantastic. More of that, please. I think, and she's been getting time, and I think she just needs a little bit more. But I'm pretty impressed with Holly Ward.
I was going to say, Holly Ward looked really good too.
I think that she's got a little bit of sauce.
Yeah.
And a little fire.
Yeah.
And she's quick.
Yeah, the way she was kind of holding up the ball and trying to get out of player like pressure on her. She was trying to get creative with it. I really appreciated seeing that. She seems strong too. Mm-hmm. I was definitely impressed with her. It seemed like I can't really pinpoint any poor performances from really anybody, maybe moments, but I would say the team as a whole, they all kind of seemed to understand how big of a deal this game was and how important it was to get the win and how important it was to break that drought. And it didn't matter if they were a rotation player or if they haven't played for a bit. They all understood the assignment.
Yeah. I'm hoping that the vibes improve.
It's tough because we got the Spirit next.
I mean, we're also playing Boston.
That's the thing. I can't hype it up too much, right?
You know, formerly known as Lost Nation.
Well, they're back
currently
again.
known as Lost Nation.
They were on a unbeaten streak, and we made sure to remind them of their roots.
Yeah, they still haven't recorded a shutout.
No.
So.
Which my prediction on their podcast was a rain victory. I wanted to boldly do 2-0, and then I was kind of offended that they said 2-0 that they would win.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not going to do that to them. It still feels good. I just don't feel like our problems are solved.
They're not. They're not. And I want to hype this team up, but the reality is we're still the team that couldn't score for 5.5 matches.
Yeah. I am glad we got a goal like in the run of play.
Yeah.
With the Darlene goal. If it was just a penalty, I would definitely be feeling worse than I definitely don't want to feel like that.
If it was just a penalty, then we would have tied.
Yeah. Although, I don't know, they were able to lay on pressure late because they had nothing to lose at that point.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's hard to assess that.
I'm going to take it, though.
Me too. Enjoy the win. We should enjoy the win still.
I am.
Because it might be short-lived.
Yep.
Just a fact. I don't really want to follow this up with a spirit on the road. It's like worst possible scenario after this. I
don't know. It's kind of a bad weekend for the Can Gang, you know?
Yeah. They gotta. Ooh. That new crest that they got going on in France isn't good either. I think it's part of the problems.
What did you... anything else that didn't work?
Didn't work for me? I don't know. I think we covered it. VAR being annoying. It worked in our favor, but it was stupid long.
Yeah.
And just the late goal is dumb. Super dumb.
Yeah, that's one of those moments that we've been having.
They get so close to cleaning everything up, and then I just get sad because Claudia Dickey needs a clean sheet. She needs to be racking up these clean sheets.
Yeah.
And I don't want her to lose out on this possibility of her fighting for the one spot for the World Cup next year. There's a lot of other stuff to her game that I don't think a clean sheet necessarily is an indicator of how good she is. So I think she'll be fine, but I also don't want to make this a habit. I would like to make the habit of getting clean sheets. And I think this defense can do that.
Yeah.
When Bug is available.
That's what I'm saying. That's a really helpful.
Yeah.
And Madison Curry, I mean, you don't play her, we lose a game we should have won.
Yeah.
You play her, she gets an assist, we win a game.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a mistake last week that was more than rectified this week in a way.
Yeah.
What did you get? I didn't watch the pressers, but you said you did.
Harvey kind of talked about, how tough it's been with the results and lack of goal scoring leading up to this game, and how they've kind of had to change the conversations because things haven't been changing. But with the fact that they have good culture at the team, it's easier to bring things up and kind of dive into what the bigger issues might be. And it ends up not turning into like maybe a blame game type of thing. I'm not doing a perfect quote on this, but that's kind of what I gathered from it, is just kind of reiterating that it's you could have more hope of working through problems as bad as these ones without having to like change everything if you can feel comfortable talking about things in a way that you don't think you're going to end up getting like blamed for something, like someone's going to be like, well, you didn't do this, or then like trying to turn it on somebody that like it's accountability. It seems like that they're trying to recognize and understanding where they can do better individually as a team, all of that. So I don't know. That was kind of nice to hear. Do I still think they need a new player to really elevate their game? Like, yeah, like yes. They can have all these meetings all they want, but again, from that press conference from last week with Harvey kind of sticks with me, of just saying how much more quality other teams tend to have,
and players that have been winners, big time winners, and know how to win big time games. Yeah,
it was kind of funny because she did mention like they don't. I don't know if I think it was her, but she talked about like, I don't know if it was her or if it was the players, but they talked about like how they don't really have like big egos on the team, and that really helps with talking about these issues that they've been having. And like once you have someone with like way too big of an ego, it kind of gets difficult. I'm kind of like, sure, but can we just have like one player with a huge ego?
We just have one player with the audacity to score goals, please.
I don't know. Maybe that would be helpful sometimes.
Yeah.
Or at least channel that ego at the right time. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't say it took too much more from that. Dolly was praising Huerta, I guess, about Dolly was
Darlene.
Yeah, Darlene
sounded like you said Dolly.
Dolly Parton was praising. No, Darlene was praising Huerta and just how much she's kind of been stepping up with leadership with Fishlock being gone, and how hard it's kind of been to work through some of these things. And you could hear it on the broadcast. You could hear Huerta like kind of telling people where to go. I think it's cool that Huerta's kind of getting more ownership of the captaincy in this way, because they do rotate it quite a bit anyways. But I think
it was being rotated.
Yeah, I think Harvey had mentioned that they try to like, kind of let multiple people be leaders and stuff like that. I don't know if that's working great, but I did feel like this game, you could tell Huerta was the captain and she was kind of guiding the ship.
Yeah, and I mean, I think she's had a couple rough performances lately. And so it was really good to see her back, being confident, not giving up so many balls. It was good to see her have that confidence again.
Yeah, she stepped up. Do you have anything else you want to add before we kind of keep going into...
No, I think that's it. I'm enjoying the win, but I don't know if there's much to take from it other than we can score goals in the run of play on a bad team.
Yeah, we could try to look at it more analytically, but I think we've had these chances before and we finally were able to finish them.
Yeah, this could have been any other game we've had.
Yeah.
But we finished. But I think one thing that I think definitely improved was the crossing. I mean, 2 weeks ago, like 80% of the crosses went straight to the goalkeeper. And we actually had some opportunities off crosses. I mean, Darlene's header that caused the handball off a cross. I think that was a Holly Ward cross. And then the goal to Darlene, great cross from Curry.
James Turner was laying in some dangerous balls, but just, you know, I can't not think we're playing Boston. We're playing Boston. So let's see what they can do against a better team.
But these are results that you should get against bottom level teams,
which they haven't done at times. So
right.
I guess
so at least you're better than Boston.
At least we're not Boston. We're bringing that
title the episode better than Boston.
Better than Boston.
Better than Bob. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. Do you want to get into the cooler player of the match?
Sure.
All right. The cooler player of the match is brought to you by the Doctor's Office, a great little 12-seat bar on Capitol Hill. The owner is a big fan of the rain and is proud to be our very first sponsor. Well, we originally had someone else plugged in who we already kind of talked about this, but we had Darlene plugged in there for player of the match. She earned the handball. She scored the goal. She was all over the place. She was doing great holding up the ball, but sometimes you got to rethink. And you have to give credit where credit is due. And with Meza not being on the field, I think it makes sense. I think we have to give it to somebody else.
Yeah. I mean, Darlene, get your flowers. I think Angrad James Turner deserves the cooler player of the match.
Yeah, I think so too. That's originally who I wanted to give it to, but I'm also swayed easily, and I also think there were some good performances from multiple players this week that could have deserved this. So,
which is quite refreshing. I also thought about giving cooler player of the match to the Etsy Witch.
Oh yeah, well, the Etsy Witch gets the victory of the rain, and that's pretty big.
Spoils enough.
I know. Yeah, so congrats, Angrad, James Turner. Looking forward to Darlene whenever she gets her next cooler player of the match, because she's a forward. She keeps doing really well, but
I think she could score against the Spirit.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. Deal with the devil. Again, Darlene, if you score next week, cooler player of the match.
Are we the devil now?
Yeah, I guess so. That's fine.
All right.
Whatever it takes at this point. And I'm not a religious person, so whatever. Yeah. Thanks again to our sponsor, the Doctor's Office. The Doctor's Office is the best place to grab a drink before or after a rain match. Make an appointment today and order their limited edition cocktail, Swig Newton. Caramelized fig meets ripened fruit from Jamaican rum and touches of vanilla out of Italian sweet vermouth. Balanced with lime acid and spiced with Angostura bitters.
Ooh, that sounds so yummy. I love fig too, and rum.
Caramelized fig? Yeah, it just sounds good.
Yeah.
Check out their Instagram at TDO Seattle, or better yet, go drink there in person.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for listening to the Sounder at Heart Podcast Network, which now includes Nos Arietes, Lobbing Scorchers, and the Cooler Guild. We've been independent since August of 2023, but need your support to make sure it continues. Although this podcast is free, it's only made possible by your continued support. Memberships start as low as $25 a year, which not only helps make podcasts like this one happen, but also gets you access to everything we produce. If you're able to support us at higher levels, starting at $75 a year, you gain access to a host of other perks, most notably entry into our members-only Discord, where the smartest, funniest, and most engaged commenters share their thoughts and ideas. To find out more, just visit sounderatheart.com and click the subscribe button in the top right corner. Thanks for listening.
One thing I wanted to bring up, rain-related thing I wanted to bring up before we go into the other NWSL results. This is a conversation that's been happening on the Discord last night, today. If we had to sub in a field player as the goalkeeper, who do you think it would be?
I was thinking about this. Some people said Curry. I think she's too small. I'm sorry. She just is.
I don't think it's about size.
I know it's not. I
think she's too uncoordinated.
What?
Not uncoordinated, but like some of her tackles, like
sure,
she
like
just,
she
kind of goes all in.
Yeah, I don't have any proof about Maddie Darlene doing good. Like, I don't know if she's good with her hands, but she's from Minnesota, and for some reason I'm just gonna believe in because Minnesotans are just kind of like strong boned individuals, right, who love milk consumption, and for some reason to me that just screams they've got the ability to be a standing goalkeeper. I can't explain it, but I do think she could do it.
So my gut reaction was Huerta.
Yeah.
And then Susie pointed out that she was a star basketball player in high school.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's a good shout.
So that's a good one. My other one, just for the plain craziness of this player, was Sam Meza. I think she would just go take people out. Yeah. See, I want Huerta to be yelling at whoever is back there, you know what I mean? I think she'll be guiding whoever that is, and I think Darlene would be a really good, kind of, I don't know, goalkeeper protege for Huerta to yell at, you know what I mean? I don't know.
No?
I don't know.
Wow.
Maddie's dad, if you're listening, can you let us know if she would be a good goalkeeper?
Who else could be?
Shay Holmes also came up in the conversation, but she hasn't been playing much.
Brittany Ratcliffe.
Yeah, that was my other one.
Yeah, I think I'm picking Brittany Ratcliffe. If not, that's a good question. Although hopefully we never have to get to that situation.
I'm gonna ask about it in the in the pregame presser.
Okay.
Because I really want to know who it is.
Well, that's a secret that Laura is probably not going to tell anyone.
Oh, no harm in asking.
Sure.
All right, moving on. There were a lot of games this week because there were 3 Wednesday games. So we'll start Wednesday. Houston played San Diego, 2-2 tie. There was 13 minutes of I miswrote this. First half stoppage time, I think. Was the second half. Anyway, there was 30 minutes stoppage time at one point because Jane Campbell split her head open.
Oh God, doing what?
She came out to get a ball off Byers' feet, and Byers kind of trips into her and kind of knees her in the head.
Oof.
And Campbell's laying on her back, and she's got her glove up, and it's just gushing blood. Byers initially got a red card, and then they took it to VAR and rescinded it.
Just an accident?
Because it was kind of incidental contact.
Yeah.
San Diego could have won this game because Ludmila beat Campbell in the first half and kind of cut to her side 1v1 and left-footed shot, open net, missed it. So that was that game. Angel City played KC. Angel City won 2-1. Lorena got scored on near post. This happens twice between Wednesday and Sunday. I will add, or this weekend I will add. Lola Bonta got a penalty. So KC could have tied this match, right? Lola Bonta got a penalty, went to the goalkeeper's left. It was such a bad penalty that Angelina Anderson just caught it. She dove, but it just stayed in her hands.
Oh, no.
She dove and caught it, but it just stayed in her hands.
That's really funny. No Sully on that one.
Nope. And then the final Wednesday game, Portland beat Bay 2-0. Whatever. This weekend's games.
That's the theme.
Louisville lost to North Carolina 2-1. EJ, second straight game with a goal. And then Sanchez scored the game winner, and then Wright scored a 90th minute goal off a corner kick. Utah then played Denver and beat Denver. Utah, man.
They're on a fucking tear.
They're going crazy. Palacio scored the first goal for Utah, and it came from a really terrible giveaway from Gattino in the box.
I wanted to bring up with that game because it seems like Utah is bragging about their attendance numbers, and it seems like maybe they're not accurate based on what the stadium actually looks like, the crowd. Did you see this? They got like...
Oh, is this the game that I was talking to Steve about?
I think so. And they said they were pushing like almost 20K, but like the stadium was not very full. They gave away a bunch of tickets. So I don't know if they just counted tickets sold, not scanned tickets, which is usually the case for a lot of NWSL teams.
Because there was one that... No, the Utah-Denver match only had like 9,000 people. Oh, no, this one. No, you're right. This is the one. It was 19,274.
But the crowd didn't really...
The crowd didn't look like that.
No. Because I've been seeing people like giving credit to
Because that's like almost
Utah.
capacity. That's like 1,000.
Yeah.
It's like 1,600 away from capacity.
Yeah. Which like I want to give them credit for doing those things, but it's very misleading when you see the attendance. There's the cat. When you see the attendance like for the weekend, because they rank them. It just seemed a little dishonest, but I don't know. Maybe they'll keep more tickets they give away. They'll get more fans coming back. So
yeah, because I think their game before they only had like 6,000 people.
Yeah, so it just doesn't...
So I asked in the chat, like, what was the giveaway situation?
Yeah, I'm just curious on what's going on there, because I've seen this happening at like Angel City games too, where they're like, we have sold out crowd, and I'm like, I see the crowd. There are sections fully not packed with fans. Like the people are not they're buying tickets, but it doesn't seem that they're actually going.
Yeah, who knows? Houston beat Angel City 2-1. Houston goals from Raider. Penalty from Noose for ACF Angel City. It was actually a penalty, so whatever. And then game winner from Graham in 90+1.
Was Jane Campbell available for that one after her head thing?
I don't believe she played. No.
Okay.
KC then came back from their midweek loss and beat Portland 3-1.
Took it to them.
And Portland was actually up 14 minutes in with the Sophia Wilson goal, near post on Lorena. Actually, the first goals from both teams were near post goals. There's a lot of near post scoring, and it stood out to me this weekend, and it's killing me.
Yeah.
But they were talking about Portland's just leaving the far side way open. Any switch, they're completely off balance.
Moultrie's been out, right, for a minute?
She subbed back in this game.
Okay.
So she is probably limited minutes, but is back.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Huh.
They got it was 2-1 and going into the 90th minute, and then 90+3, Chewinga gets the ball and Hopkins is following her, and just Chewinga, unselfish, just slots it to her. Boom, goal.
That's nice of her.
And then Chicago win.
Oh, this is a Chicago
beat
win.
Bay.
This is a real Chicago win.
An actual Chicago win.
Yeah.
Somebody apparently skeeted that it didn't feel like Chicago won this game. Did I talk about the red cards in the other game?
No.
Oh, this is this game. Sorry.
Okay.
I was like, the 2 games weeks.
I saw the Sokowitz goal, or the red card. Sorry, Sokowitz goal.
Excuse me.
I didn't see the other one.
So
Chicago got a win because they were up 2 players. Not that we could do that, but
we can't do that. I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah.
So the first red card on Comedy was actually a foul on Heidema. So Heidema's 1v1 going into the box, and she's just at the top of the box and gets taken out.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, but this one gets called, and it's a dog so red card. And then 62nd minute, game still 0-0. Silkowitz comes out, and she's like 10 or 15 yards outside of her box.
It's so bad.
And the ball's about to bounce over her head. She comes out to clear it, and then she just goes.
Then she shrugs.
And then she went, ooh.
It was so funny. Her reaction's so funny in that clip.
It is, but like,
I have no idea what
you're
she's
dumb
doing.
enough to do this. Okay, I do have to admit that I did this once.
Well, I feel like you have to do it at least once if you're a goalkeeper.
But I wasn't playing goalkeeper.
Oh.
But I had come on in the second half in the midfield. Played goalkeeper the first half. Come in. This is when I was a kid, but came in the second half, and the ball comes up, and instead of heading it, I grab it. And I'm like, oh man, no.
Just like hand of godding it for no reason.
Yeah, so Bay's down 2 players for next week.
They got their goalkeeper out.
And their goalkeeper. But Bay actually did score when they were down a player, but it was called back for offside. And it was offside, but it was so close. And then the last game of the weekend was San Diego Orlando. And
wait. You should probably mention who scored for Chicago.
Oh, Mallory Swanson.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, that's cool.
Another near post goal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's her first one back since returning from maternity leave.
It only took 2 extra players to do that, but sure.
Good for her.
It was a good goal.
And another returning player goal in this one, Orlando beat San Diego 1-0. Extra time in the first half, added time in the first half. Payne scored, and she missed all last season with injury.
Did you have any other? I wanted to bring up that's probably all we got for NWSL specifics.
You watched the Champions League final?
I was not around, unfortunately. I did see that Kang Gang is down bad right now. Real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty amazing, personally, as a Reign fan. But we haven't really talked about the injury with Ann-Katrin Berger and how crazy that situation is with what happened in Mexico.
Yeah.
Do we ever get like clarity on what happened?
I don't know.
I was trying to talk to my wife about it 'cause she's a physician, and so I was like, why would she be staying in Mexico? Blah 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 blah. I don't know if she's back yet. We're not Gotham fans, so we don't have all the quick updates. But
it was a head injury, right?
No, she got knocked in her rib area.
Oh, that's right.
But she was held in Mexico, and there was a chance maybe something got ruptured. I'm not sure, but I don't know. It sounds like that might affect Gotham for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Not great.
Well, then they lost in that game.
Yeah. The NWSL did not win the Champions Cup. Did they call it Champions Cup for the women? I don't
I think
know.
so. It's something like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see.
And then the other thing I wanted to bring up was the rules changing with co-club ownership over in the UEFA Champions League for women.
I haven't really read much into that. What's going on there?
It just sounds like Kang and her efforts to build a global empire. They're not allowing 2 clubs to compete in Champions League over there that have the same ownership.
Oh.
So what she's been trying to do in London, she won't be allowed to have that team and her French team competing in the same tournament. She'll have to I don't know how it's going to work. I assume she'll prioritize Lyon. But I do
how does that work when you have to qualify for that tournament, though?
I don't know. That's what I'm
is it just you're playing in a league that can qualify for it, so then you don't get to own teams in those leagues? I
don't know. It's very weird to me. I would love it if somebody knew all of the ins and outs. Maybe we can dive into that kind of stuff. We have a break.
Yeah.
Grant probably knows a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
We probably bring him on or something, but
he was at the Champions League final.
Okay. Yeah.
He was covering it.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. He sent me a couple pictures, and we were guessing who was going to be in the post-match presser. And
got it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's just we're going to have a break for a bit. So I just wanted to, I don't know, see what's going on in the world of WOSO everywhere else. 'Cause there's some interesting bits of news coming out, especially with Kang kind of starting to maybe deal with some repercussions of trying to just buy everything. Everywhere.
Yeah, and the change in the high impact player rule.
Yeah, what?
I'm not quite sure. I just know that they dropped the high and impact parts of it. So it's just
what the fuck?
I don't know.
I know that the Reign have been supposedly using that as an excuse for why they haven't signed anyone, as they've just been kind of waiting things out to see how the rules will change, and I'm not sure that's a great excuse.
No, it's not.
Given that everyone else is still signing people. I don't see anyone else being well, I guess we'll just sit here until everything's figured out. It's no, fucking do something. Work with the rules that are already there. Worry about it later. Do something later if you need to, but I don't know, we haven't got into some random WOSO stuff in a bit. Do you have anything else you want to add on?
Nope.
Okay. Reign are playing, this is the last match before the World Cup break. They're playing Washington Spirit. In case you didn't know, since we haven't brought it up at all in this show. It'll be Saturday, May 30th at 3:30. It was weird because I feel like Ryan keeps plugging in the wrong times because he had 6 p.m. on their little document, but everything I found says 3:30 our time.
There's also, they've got some email issues going on.
Yeah, they do. Some
major email server issues. So I don't know what's going on in the front office over there, but
is it leading me to believe this is part of our issues with signing players, big players? Yes. If we can't get our emails right, how do I expect them to sign a giant player? Anyways, that one's going to be at Eddy Field because it's definitely not at home because we already had that game. That didn't go well for us. That's going to be on Ion this weekend. You can also listen to it on 950 KJR AM. What do you want to see in this game?
Please don't embarrass us. I would like to see a hard-fought match with the Rain, maybe for once, like, not having a total breakdown in the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 0-0, I'm fine with.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to win this game. As the last one went, we could win this game.
Yeah.
Depending on what they're doing with their players and that their lineup looks like. But I would like to see just a little bit of gumption out there.
Sure. Audi is a very difficult place to play for opponents. So I don't want to be unrealistic in what I want. I think 0-0 draw is a good call. Could we do what they did to us at Lumen?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't have a lot of hope for it.
No.
I guess the way Maddie Darlene looked in the last game, like, can we replicate that?
Yeah. That was a really good goal. She got in really good spots. People were serving in balls that she's been waiting for a long time. We just keep feeding her. If Bug is available, then I do feel like maybe we can keep the clean sheet. I just don't know if she's gonna be playing the whole time.
Yep.
And it's hard to say that we can do that given that our last opponent that we had a success with until the 90+4 was Boston.
Yeah.
So if they want to give me some hope that this is like a team I can maybe, I don't know, have some belief for postseason before we go into this break, that would be awesome.
It's a pretty crucial moment too.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of the last game we're really going to remember before heading into this long break.
It's a long break.
And how do you end it with the idea that maybe you want to retain some fans?
Oh, God. I mean, they're going to have to, like... They're gonna I mean, like, we talked about this and we called out somebody last week, Leslie, on the podcast last episode, but like this is like we're kind of at a tipping point with this club. And when does the window open? Do you know?
No.
Okay. Well, whenever this window opens for the summer, like
it's usually like June something.
They need to get a name that even if the team isn't like, if everyone knows where the team's at in the standings and how they haven't been performing, they need to sign somebody with a like name recognition to get fans excited to come back in the summer.
Yep.
Once all this ends. Because people, I don't know how this fucking World Cup disaster is going to go, because by all means, it seems like it's going to be a disaster because they're getting too greedy with money. But I think people will be at bars. I think there will be some hype about the sport, and you have an opportunity to get people excited about the Rain.
Yeah, and they're going to have a lot of eyes on the branding and marketing surrounding Lumen Field.
Mm-hmm.
And on the whatever float they have going on. That you have to spend like $300 to go on.
That's right. The float.
The barge.
Yeah, but like people will be going to bars. We've got women's sports bars in Seattle, like that people will be going to watch because they air other sports. Like soccer will be a big part, even if FIFA's fucking it all up in the stadiums. The game is the game, and it's kind of a big deal. And it's not often it just comes to this country, so like you need to kind of take advantage of that and make this team better. In this window, this summer window that you have, where we have historically this is kind of like a moment that changes things for teams a lot.
Yeah.
Happens for the Sounders, happens in the NWSL. Like, do something. I'm like poking Adrian Hanauer.
I feel it.
So
I don't know. I will be happy if they do. I will not be surprised if they don't. I might riot if they don't do anything.
Our first game back is against Portland, right? At home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. Our first game back at home is against Portland. We play
4th of July.
Yeah, we play the 4th of July against the Courage, which will not be easy. But the first game back in Seattle after all this World Cup madness will be against Portland. So like Portland fans will be coming up for it. Let's get the Seattle fans out.
Yeah.
You gonna bring your cat?
No. He's so old, man.
Yeah. It's tough out there with the growing pets.
You gonna come out for the Portland game?
I'm making sure my calendar is clear. July 12th, Oregon Country Fair. I'm not gonna go to that. I'll just not go to that. There's an Oregon Country Fair that weekend, but yeah, I'll definitely come up for that game. It's been a while. I've been wanting to come up, looking into getting an EV.
Yeah.
So that would really help with the journey that takes for me to get up there. Anyways, I guess maybe for the Spirit game, I want to see like the lineup that would impress me the most.
That's a good shout. Yeah.
I want to see Maddie Darlene start. I want to see Curry start. I want to see Meza start. I want to see James Turner and Meza together. Yeah, get Bug, McLernan. Maybe sub in Brown would be a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see where she's at because that's a player I've been anticipating for the season, and I would like to see her get more minutes. Yeah, I think I want to see a lineup where I'm not like, I don't know if that's going to work. Get Holly Ward to start again.
Why not?
She looked great. McCammon. If we can get McCammon. I don't know if is there a world in which we can get McCammon, Meza, and James Turner on the field? I don't know. Maybe not. maybe that's too much. Although against the Spirit, maybe we need that much defense. I don't know.
I think it also would be good to get Fischel in.
Do you think you start her against the Spirit?
I think you might try.
Yeah.
She subbed into this game.
I'm just so like, she hasn't done herself any favors with me having hope in her. If she's gonna come on and she's gonna start, she needs to make a difference in the world of impact on the score sheet.
Yeah, well, I mean, we say that about everybody, and it really happens. So,
God, it's so terrible. Okay. Well, do you have any shout outs?
Shout out to my old man cat that's on my lap.
Cool.
Van Jr.
Hey, how's that going?
He's good. Look at him. He's somewhat there.
Meow.
He can't hear you.
Must be nice.
What about you? Any shout outs?
No, I mean, if some reason Caroline's listening to this, shout out Caroline. You're a really funny lady. I really enjoy her energy is very, very fun. Thanks again to our sponsor, the Doctor's Office. You can go follow us on Bluesky and Instagram at Cooler Guild Pod. You
can send us an email. We do love emails at thecoolerguild@gmail.com. Can also, which you should probably already be doing to catch up on Sounder Heart news and Ride of the Valkyries news, go to sounderheart.com/the Cooler Guild.
You need to respond to that email from the Boston person.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I didn't know what happened with the witch thing, so I couldn't respond for you. YouTube, you can follow us on YouTube, youtube.com/at the Cooler Guild. Wherever you're listening, please go rate 5 stars. Till next time, I am Coop.
I'm Van.
Stay cool, y'all.
Stay cool.
Even though Mike Watts screwed up, who was talking right before the goal was scored. But what's new?